Zel Boy Army, welcome to another video on the channel. Appreciate all the support lately on the videos. This video today is a follow-up to yesterday's video where I explained in depth the tactics that helped me hit a 28-2 top 200 finish on my main Xbox account, and then with this Road to Glory account, a 27-1. The game I lost was quite an avoidable loss. It's just a very good team I was against. It's quite hard with this team, but we wasn't a mile off getting a 30, top 200 on the PlayStation account as well. In this video, I'll quickly show you the tactics. I went over them in depth yesterday in yesterday's video, so check that one out if you want a detailed explanation of the tactics. But this video is dedicated in particular to showing you how to compete with a worse team, how you can still get great results against better teams, and showing you how I play in game with this team and how the tactics from yesterday's video play in game. One of the things that always frustrates me on the videos is when I get comments saying, oh, you're only good because of your team. Oh, I could hit a 30, if I had that team. It isn't true. Most people struggle to get elite. Gold 1, Gold 2 is pretty good. But most people struggle to get elite. Most people never will get elite. And they have far better teams than this team. This team, if you don't include my untradeable Son, that I got red pick from my first week in league, is worth about 350,000 coins. Son, yeah, you could, if you argue he costs coins, and yeah, the team's worth 700,000. I got out-teamed probably all but one game this week in league. This team in December is not very good. Yes, I've picked a very good meta team that does a good job, and that'll be part of how you compete with a cheap team, and I'll explain that. But this team is not expensive, and I achieved an Elite 1. Could have been a 30-0. So stick around. I'm going to show you the tactic, show you how you use the tactic in game, especially if you was from yesterday's video wanting to see that, and then give you some advice on if you are on a budget using a cheap team, how you can get top results still. But before we get into that, I'm going to show you two insane pulls that we got on the Road to Glory yesterday, grinding icon swaps. Changed everything, so my next week in league might be a little bit easier with this team. Let's get into that. Okay, I do not have any audio for this clip. I will remove my webcam. So you can, this is the video of me there is live from my stream yesterday. You can see my live reaction. Unfortunately, the audio is muted because of music in the background. You can see here, I thought I'd got Sane. And then I saw the striker. I knew it was a freeze card. Huge pull on the Road to Glory. That Mane is worth like 2.3 million coins, like an insane pull. I could not believe it, as you can see when I packed him. And I got him from a rare players pack for 100 assists. But the pack luck on the Road to Glory did not stop there. Good high number of cards. Even if they're like Oblak, Lewandowski, even if I'm not going to use them, we're pretty good. But here we go. Big moment for this Road to Glory, hopefully. Mbappe? Oh my! Let's go, boys! Come on! Come on, boys! Mbappe and Mane in the same day! What a day for the Road to Glory, boys. Blimey heck. When you see French striker, you're thinking it has to be Mbappe, surely. It can't be Neymar behind him because Neymar's a 91. But it had to be Mbappe. Surely it weren't going to be an 84 Ben Yedder or Griezmann or something. But I mean, it doesn't matter now what else is in that pack. That's a great pack. Insane. Insane. Let me get a picture of that. Jeez, boys. Who's behind it? Varane would be sick. Hazard. I mean, there's not much else behind there to us. Hazard's okay. Hazard's okay. Quick side note. I don't want to I'm not trying to milk the video and make it too long, but I think you guys will be interested in me quickly mentioning this. Wan-Bissaka's come out just as I've been making the video. I'm just about to record some of the clips from my weekend league and talk over them. This card's a disgrace, man. 400k is coming out. He is no better than Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez is as good as this card, basically. Has better links than Wan-Bissaka. And has a better weak foot. Is taller. Is quicker. And this card's 400k for an untradeable card. It's nothing short of a disgrace what EA have been doing with these freeze cards. I'm in disbelief at how expensive and bad they've made this card. He has 86 pace on his 83 right back. If they'd have given him 88 pace, which they should have on this card, then at 400k, it wouldn't have been cheap, but it'd have been a reasonable price. Because adding 7 pace makes him so much better. But this card's an absolute joke of a price. Don't do that card. One of the things that you're going to have to do a lot more when you're trying to compete with a worse team is just keep the ball better. I'm not saying just out and out time waste, but you have to keep the ball better. You can see there, I went for a goal to try to kill the game, but then I think I win the ball back in a sec. See, I win the ball back there with Dumfries. And now for the last few minutes, I'm just going to keep the ball. You could even argue the last few minutes here it is time wasting, but you can't be stupid. You can't give the ball away silly. I'm playing in my 4-2-3-1 defensive here. You can see here, I've got a man there because I've got really high width. I've got a man there. I've got the cam, striker. See how wide my fullbacks are. He's nearly touching the touchline. This guy down here is nearly touching the touchline. This 4-2-3-1 defensive is amazing at keeping the ball because of how much width it has. You need to be smart with the ball. I didn't want to give my opponent another chance. So in the last 8-9 minutes of the game, he's touched the ball once. Or he had the ball one attack. I'm not saying I want you guys to be sat time wasting all the time, but just be a bit smarter. You can't go toe-to-toe with a 50 mil team. Obviously, there's none of those teams. Let's say you're playing a team worth 10 mil plus. They've got CR7, Mbappe, Neymar, Inform, Gomez. They've got a couple of icons in there. You can't sit and go toe-to-toe, end-to-end football and expect to be able to beat them and win the 50-50s all the time. If you're a lot better than your opponent, you can, but a lot of the time, weekend league, the matchmaking tries to make so you're against people at least about the similar skill level to you. If you keep trying to go end-to-end, you're going to struggle. So what I'm telling you is, play a bit smart in possession. I don't want you guys sat time wasting again, like I said. Last few minutes, yes, do. There's nothing wrong with it in the last few minutes when someone's team pressing you. But just control the game a bit. Go backwards when you need to. Play the tempo. Or make the game play at your tempo. So many people, the big mistakes they make when I'm watching them in coaching sessions, gameplay analysis, they just keep forcing the ball forward, doing stupid stuff, and giving their opponents way more chances than they should. Play smart. Don't give the ball away stupid, and control games. Another thing that is going to make a big difference when you're trying to compete with a lower team, like I say, I've talked about patience, build-up play. You can see there, I'm spreading the ball out, I'm going out to my fullback, I'm passing backwards, I'm building up properly, is being composed, using the right tricks. You can see there, I'm using the bridge, trying to make some space, I'm being patient on the ball. I get there, I make a bit of gap, and then I score on the 5-star weak foot. So using meta players, so pacey, quick centre-backs. Midfielders who can pass good enough, one who's good defensive, one who can create. Then in attack, at least 4-star weak foot, pace. There's good options who are cheap. And then you can see there, the weak foot. Watch that back. I'm trying to make a chance here. I use the bridge dribble in the right bit, and I make an easy goal with it. The bridge dribble is the best trick in the game. Anybody with okay dribbling, 90 plus pace, is going to be able to burn centre-backs if you do it at the right angle. Watch it again. Not that one. Okay, here, at like that angle, not that one, not straight on, that one. You do it kind of slightly diagonal, not fully 45 degrees, but a slight diagonal. It bursts past centre-back. You see it just makes his Klosterman, who's very quick, freeze. Then it's an easy finish. Van Bergen's free and can do the bridge dribble fantastic. Knowing the right tricks, the meta way of playing is going to make a huge difference. And you can see there the tactic had 4 men in the box. I think I had Bruno Fernandes there. But honestly, learning the bridge will make a huge difference in how you play straight away. Pace is absolutely vital on this game, and that's why in a cheap team you need to have lots of it. You can see here, I moved that way, and I think he expects me to do a 1-2 pass. 1-2 passes are something that are very good, and I use quite a lot, and I'd use them a lot this game. But being unpredictable is another way of being really good and helps with a cheap team. You can see here, I have to use different ways as well, because I don't have 5-star skills on either of my attackers here in Son or Van Bergen. But I'll draw him in, and then I use the pace of Van Bergen to get in. And from there, easy finish, nothing my opponent can do about it. Pace is key. If you're going to use a cheap team, make sure you have enough pace to get in on goal. If you have enough pace and you can time the through balls well, you will always get chances against pretty much anyone. If you don't have enough pace though, even when you make good passes, people are going to be able to stop you anyway. So use the pace, make chances like that. And in the 4-4-2, one of the things I love about so much in my main tactic is that the two strikers often gets... you can see that on the goal. Let's go back. Look here. The two centre-backs are marking the strikers, but the full-back's there. This full-back, you can see on the radar there, is marking the right mid. The two wingers pull the full-backs out, and the two strikers here occupy the centre-backs, and it's a 2v2. So if the centre-back, the opponent, makes one mistake, it is an easy goal. Led to a very easy goal there. So you have to watch out for that. The two strikers, if someone's playing against you with 4-4-2 and using two strikers, you have to get your midfield back and pull men back so it doesn't become a 2v2 where you're outnumbered. But that's one of the reasons it's so good in attack, because you can attack at pace, you can counter, move the ball forward quick, and people don't know how to defend it. Okay, in this game here, I was actually 3-0 down. This is where I adjusted. I went to my 4-4-2 after possession loss. And you can see I'm just a lot more aggressive now at winning the ball back. You can see my team go straight for the ball. One of the big things that is something just people don't do enough that I would recommend in general is being willing to adjust, adapt in game. But furthermore, knowing when to do it is big. I could have gone at 3-0 down to my ultra attacking constant press tactic, but I didn't. I just went to my more aggressive tactic. Not my ultra one, but you can see doing that ended up bringing me back from 3-0 to 4-3 at this point. I ended up winning this game. You can see there, marking the passes in behind. That's why you want pace again to be able to mark that. And I turned this into a more end-to-end game. Do I score this? Yep, there you go. So I made it 4-all. Going to the constant pressure tactic in my tactics, it's important to know when to do it. I only do it late on when I'm absolutely desperate, because I don't want to burn my stamina and kill the whole game. The press after possession loss tactic is a really good one because it's balanced enough that it's not going to kill your team, but it's going to up the ante and make it a bit harder for your opponent and give you more chance, especially when someone's trying to time waste. So boys, I hope you've been able to see how this tactic works in game quite a bit, seeing how when I'm defending that they get so many men behind the ball, some of the tricks I'm doing, the bridge dribble, going backwards, knowing when to adjust. All these things can make a big difference to your game. I appreciate you guys' support. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. I think I might do another video this week where I show more of the tactic. Maybe show you a full game that I played from this weekend league. I think that could be good. I might show you a full analysis of me against a top 200 player that I beat and show you how I play in game. Appreciate you guys watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening.